Okay, here's the end result in here. All nice and tidy. The fuse cover is back on. I've taped it all up here, and I've zip tied the wiring down and in. Today's project is going to be to add Raptor style lights to the GMC. I got some yellow lights. I'm going to install them somewhere in this area. All of this is lit up right here in nice white bright lights. I have a white LED strip coming on up here. And the reason I chose yellow is because my cab lights up there are yellow. So I thought the yellow there and then in this area somewhere would look good. I bought a couple different sets. I'm going to see which ones I'm going to go with. I'm going to wire them into truck. I'm not going to splice, but I am going to tap a fuse. So I'll show you the process and we'll go from there. Actually, what I bought was a recommendation off of a guy I saw on YouTube. It's these ultra bright amber lights. I got them at O'Reilly Auto Parts. You can test them here and see what they look like. But I also ordered from Amazon. I did a lot of research and these got really good reviews. So this is a set of 3, and then this is a set of 5. And I wasn't quite sure which light was going to fit better in my grill area. These are self-mounting, like I might have to zip tie them, and they come with all the hardware, which is nice, which is one thing I liked, all the clips and the wiring. These are 3M, so they may work better for me. They also come with all the wiring. And then I bought the fuse taps here. And then I already have fuses. I bought wire conduit here, just to, it's heat protectant to keep the wire protected in the engine bay. First off, I'm going to plan this and see which light is going to work better in the grill area. Try these lights here and see how they might fit in here. I kind of thought doing them like in this area here. Okay, so here's the other lights, and they look a lot thinner, a lot flatter, and maybe easier to mount in this area. Yeah. I just didn't want to go too high up here because I already have a light here, and this is kind of in the center. These fit nice and snug in here, so I think with the 3M, I won't need to do anything else. Let me show you what I'm working with here. To get behind this, I'm going to have to remove this cover here. So I need to pop this off so that I can get behind here to run the wires. The battery's here, the fuse box is here, and you can see this here is my light bar. So I'm probably going to ground to the same area here. Let me decide which fuse I'm going to tap into here. It's always good to have a set of these tools. These are just pry tools. You can use them inside the car, but they're really useful in popping out these grommets here. And then we got these over here. If you have a GMC, you have grommets on the front and the back here. This is kind of weird, but to get this piece off, you have to remove this here, and it looks like it's a hex screw. So this is just the hood release, and I think these 2 screws will enable this to pop off. Yep, and then it just slides off. So to get this off, you need to remove this. And then this comes right out. Now I was hoping I could get into the grill area without removing the grill. Yeah, it looks like I'll be able to right here. So if you have small hands, you can get back in there. Let me see how I'm going to route the wires. And let's figure out now which fuse to tap into. Okay, let's open up the fuse box here. So on the inside of my GMC, it's marked. The fuses are marked, what they are, and... Okay, got my glasses and a hat. You're really not supposed to plug into anything that is like safety, like you wouldn't want to plug it into the airbag or like the stability system or the 4x4 control. I think we'll do the fog lamps actually. Okay, let me turn the car on and see if we get power. Okay, so that was good to know. I don't know if you saw the light flash. I couldn't talk while the car was on, but this 15 amp only lights up when the truck is on and I've turned on the fog lights. So that's what I want. So I will use that. And let's get to seeing how I'm going to run the wiring. This is kind of nice. This is how this wiring came. These are the lights here. There's 3 of them. And then they're already all connected. They have all the connections already on. I just untied them. And then they all connect to the lead, which this part will go to the battery in the ground. It's all set up, so I now just have to figure out where I'm going to run the wiring and how I'm going to mount these in the grill. Yeah, I'm going to put a sleeve of tubing over this. These have a split. They open up so you can easily feed the wire into them. First thing we're going to do is figure out where these go. Just to let you know, that was a pretty tight fit for my hand to get in there, but I was able to do it. They bend a little bit, this little plastic part behind the grill. It came with 3M tape, by the way. I'm going to mount the center one because it was a pain to get through. So I have the 3M right here. And if you have small hands, you're going to be able to get back in there, and then I had to pull it out here with needle nose pliers. If you don't have small hands, unfortunately you may have to end up pulling this grill off to get back in there. Okay, so I've installed these. You can see them here. I think they're spread out evenly. They look nice. Now I've got to go up in here and clean up this, and I'm going to use zip ties for that and use some electrical tape to cover some of this area. And then I'm going to run the lead wire through this electrical conduit that I have, and then we'll tap it into the fuse. You can see I have nicely routed this wire. I've zip tied it and it's all secure in here, and then I've ran the lead wire through the conduit here. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, through the conduit. I'm coming over here. I like to use these little guys. I forget what they're called, but you just slide the wire in. This pops open. Slide the wire in and then you crimp it on there. And I love them. They're great. And then, so I'll use that for the power, and then I'm going to crimp the wire into the ground, and then ground it. So let me do that. One thing I forgot was when I ordered these wire taps, they are standard fuse wire taps, and my vehicle takes micro. So I had to run to the store, a GM truck, and so it requires this type of micro wire tap for the fuses. So just FYI, make sure you order the right wire type taps. These are going back. Connected here, and then the power from the lead line connected into here as well, and then my ground is here. And then I'm just gonna hook it up. One thing to note with a fuse tap, the fuse slot closest to the wire is for the accessory. When you pull the fuse out of the fuse box, you're gonna put it back in this slot farthest away, and then when you put your accessory fuse in, you're gonna stick it closest to the wire. That way, if there's a surge or if it blows your accessory before anything on the truck. Okay, so here's the 15 amp that I pulled out of the fuse on the truck, and here's the extra fuse that I've put in. I've grounded it here, and then it runs to the fuse tap here. I've got the fuses in, and before I cover it all up and protect it with electric tape and then secure it with zip ties, let's try it. Okay, I have to say that turned out nicer looking than I thought. It's nice and bright. It looked really good. So I'm just gonna clean up the wires, zip tie them, put it all back together, and I'll take a picture in the evening and be done with this project. Okay, here's the end result in here. All nice and tidy. The fuse cover is back on. I've taped it all up here, and I've zip tied the wiring down and in. And yeah, it's ready to put back together, and it looks good. So I recommend doing this project. It's not that difficult, even if you are not that handy with electric stuff. I certainly am not. I watched some YouTube videos. Hopefully this one helps. Again, here are the lights. Good luck with your install. I hope this helped.